Just okie dokie. Well, might as well make a video. A bit impromptu, I'm feeling a bit sick. May rock it. But what video of mine isn't impromptu and a bit rough? But I'm making this because a fair bit of stuff has been done on this fine beast here. And the crap everywhere. We got the battery pack in. It's it's all in there. Excuse me. BMSs are all daisy chained together with the master controller, whatever the fuck you call it. We got inverter wired up. That's just for 240 volt power. I've just got to run to a power point here. So this is now a little off-grid station. So the two 12 volt batteries in the front that are also linked to this 12 volt battery here to give us a total of 300 amps of 12 volt power, which powers obviously the 12 volt system in the car, like anything factory, aircon, lights, all that shit. And also we got up to 2000 watts, well 4000 watt surge, but really 2000 watt of 240 volt power, so I can run pretty much anything off this. Well, I have the 2000 watts, which covers quite a lot of shit. This is what my Caravan used to run on before I got the big 4000 watt inverter to replace it, because the 4000 watt is what's needed to run the charge for this. But other than that, pretty much everything runs on that, so that's a good one to have on board. Okay, let's try and focus myself in here. What will we start with? So we'll start with here. Because there's a few things to run through. So yeah, obviously this is all in. I haven't wired it to the main fuse yet. Obviously, see the main connections are just taped up, but the pack itself is wired together. It's got the 144 volts. BMSs are all wired up. I've configured them. We'll take you inside the cab to show you the screen in a minute. I've also got all the water cooling lines connected to the batteries. As you can see here, so they just all run through for my cooling, and you would have seen in an earlier video, if you actually keep up with my channel, they run to the cooling unit here on the side that I made at an earlier time. So that all works. So I'll jump out in a minute. Only irritating thing is, this is the shit thing about the time and age of making an electric car, is you gotta pay. These batteries are also obviously Tesla modules. Got to pay top dollar. You can't buy them brand new, so they're second hand. And unfortunately, this one here, it had a little pinhole in the. Well, I think that's a couple holes, and in the water cooling lines just here on the outside. So obviously something's pierced it, and you can see I've tried to seal it up with silicone, because I thought they were copper lines at first, and I was like, oh, it's alright, I can just solder a hole, but can't solder it, and I don't really want to get a blowtorch in here, obviously, to do an aluminium braze. So I put some silicone on there, but the silicone didn't hold up. It still leaks. So unfortunately, my decision at the moment is to simply just bypass this pack for cooling. It's the only one. So I've got 6 of these modules, and I figure one not being cooled is not the end of the world. Like, you can run them without cooling. Obviously, it's a lot better too for longevity, but what can you do? I'll probably think of some solution in the future how to fix that hole, but for now, it's just being deleted from the cooling lines. But all the other ones are cooled with the proper coolant and whatnot, and everything works. We'll get out here. Sorry, I just got to put my phone down. Oh! Alright, so you can see here, it's just got a switch. You can switch that on. That kicks the fan on the pump. Starts pumping the coolant through here. So you can see some movement. It's not a very high pressure, but you don't really want too high pressure in it, because you just want water moving, really. Yeah, you can see there, it's just starting to, it actually is, it's got to trickle through. It's kind of hard to see. If I had the lines, when the lines are depressurized, you're obviously clean. You can see the fluid all going through it, but It's working. I've tested it, it's all good. We'll try. We'll do this, we'll squeeze a line. Yeah, you get the idea. It's too low pressure. See that? But that's all we want. So that's all working, and while that's going, we'll take you around inside. We'll just come in the passenger door here to the EVMS monitor. So this is what monitors the. We'll just turn the ignition on and get it powered up. This is what connects into the BMS. There we go. If we can get the lighting right. Wow, that sun's really glaring. Anyway, you can see, holy shit, there we go. So you can see it tells you your pack charge. I haven't got the temperature probes connected yet, so we can't get a temperature reading. But it also tells you the auxiliary voltage. It's a little bit low at the moment, below 12 volts, because it's actually using this to power the inverter last night, because my main pack on the caravan I'm having issues with. So it's a little low, but it's charging up with the sun. But yeah, and you can go through, if we'll get the, fuck's sake, this glare is horrible. Bloody hell. Anyway, you can go onto your settings and everything through here. I'm not going to film this too much because you can't really see, but basically, yeah, you can do a few things in that. And as you can see, the battery pack is currently only 116 volts because they're all discharged. I haven't charged the pack up yet. That's the next step because I've got to buy, let's turn this off. I've got to buy the plug-in charger to actually charge this pack up. However, that leads me into the next part of what I've done here, and that is this little system of this little series of batteries here. So basically, what I have here is basically that. It's the same voltage, because that fully charges 151.2 volts. And I think this is about 151 or 152 it equals to. So pretty damn close. It's 11 12 volt batteries, these charge to 13.8. And what I've done is, due to the fact it's just pretty much near impossible to find pre-made equipment to run this, like the right charge controllers, the right sort of all that kind of stuff. I've come up with a solution of this, because this is what's charging. This is the not trickle charger. This is going to be connected to my main drive pack, because obviously, along with the plug-in charger, I want to have the solar charging, because off this panels I've got in my ute here, as I've probably mentioned before in older videos, I can get around 20 to 30 kilometers worth of range just from the sun each day. So what I've done to counteract the problem of not being able to get a 152 volt charger or whatever, solar charge controller, is I've made a lead pack, because it's safe to charge lithium from lead. The chemistries do work together. And then what I've done is, with these panels, instead of running through a charge controller, I've worked out the voltages, run 4 of these in series, and that's all. They're all done together in their junction box safely. And then those actually make up the correct voltage to charge this pack, so I can run it without a charge controller. I could essentially probably run it directly to the lithium pack, but I'm just running it through this lead pack just for purely because just to take the brunt, because it's not running through a controller, and I just want to be extra safe. And I know the lead pack, if these lead battery, one or a few of these lead batteries fuck out, it's not a big deal. Whereas those ones, it is a big deal because they're expensive and can catch fire. Not that they'll catch fire, but I don't want to run any risks of doing something wrong. So what I'm doing is run the solar through this, and then from here, they're the terminals, those terminals, and then run through onto the BMS control. There's a charge inputs they'll be running through. So rather than running these batteries directly to the battery pack itself, we'll be running through the BMS units. That way the BMS will be controlling all the voltages. So if there's any slight problems, it'll either cut it off or it'll, balance things out. So basically, it'll make this system safe to charge, well, it should anyway. I'm going to have to just, I haven't rigged it up yet, but that's the next step. I'm going to have to rig that up and just sort of monitor it like a fucking hawk for a couple of days just to see if there's any issues, which hopefully it shouldn't be. And hopefully I'll be able to get a slow trickle charge to my main drive pack. So even though I haven't got my plug-in charger yet, because I can't afford it, because like I said, this is all self-funded and do you see where I live? I don't have a lot of money, so it's coming. But if this all works, at least I'll be able to, it'll take a few days, but I'll be able to charge my pack up with my solar. But yeah, so that's that system. Just trying to think if there's anything else to show you on here, because that's about all for now. I think the next video will obviously be, yeah, this connected up, and it'll be seeing if it all works. Something I can show you now, just to show you what the voltages we're getting. Okay, so there's the multimeter, my very high quality, super cheap auto one. So there you go, 152.8, so a little high. But like I said, the BMS should fix that issue, because most of the time we're below that. But you can get these up to, that's safe still to run through here, because these, like I said from the screen there, they were 116, but fully charged they're 151.2. So that's what we're getting from there. There you go, see? You can see most of the time it's pretty good, but a little higher at times. That's why I'm running it through the BMS, and I'm going to be monitoring like a fucking hawk. So, keep posted for that one, and I'm going to stop rambling off now, because I don't really know what else I can tell you about this. Just to, like I said, quick video to make, because I've done a bit of stuff on here. Like I said, focus on doing this, not making videos, but there's a video. Catch us in the next one. Bye.